Sup Shredders, before we get into this video, I just need to make an amendment to this review. Basically, in this review, I think I mentioned at some point that I think there's two different vocalists or something like that doing different parts. What I've been told afterwards by the musicians involved is actually there's just one. There's just one singer. So yeah, just letting you know that I made a goof there, I made a mistake, and I apologize for that. And if I say that I think there's two, there's actually just one singer doing all of it, which is really impressive. So well done. And thanks. Okay, see you in a review. Sup Shredders, my name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we have ourselves a track by an act named Vader 2.0, titled Sleeping Giant. And if we switch over to here, we have the YouTube video for it. Full disclosure, I've listened to some Vader 2.0 in the past. I enjoy it. I enjoy listening to his music. It's typically really top tier stuff. Some of the best metal I've heard during my time doing these reviews, and it's consistently good. So I'm looking forward to more of that today. We're gonna listen to this track from start to finish, hear what we think. Let's go. Oh wait, we had an intro thing, didn't we? For those whose egos walk into the room before their bodies do. Damn. Damn, son. Vader 2.0, Sons of Scorn, studio production, loner. Sick. I love that we're featuring everyone that was involved in this at the start of the video. It's just it prefaces it excellently. You know what you're getting yourself into. It's great. Oh, we got music video editors, executive project leader, Shoaib Sawar, video editor, Mediazer, video director, Alfie, and video subtitle editor, Script. We got subtitles. Dope, dude. I hope they're turned on. If they're not, we're gonna have to do that. I like... I'm not... Have we got another vocalist on board? Is Vader doing like... Is Vader doing clean vocals as well as this? Is this... The audio quality is phenomenal. It sounds a little bit brighter than usual. I'm really happy that Vader 2.0 are continuing to develop themselves and up their game. It's fantastic. It's really splendid. Lots of love for that. I'm the personification of rage, never set me free. It's again, this is obviously a lyric video, having it here with the musicians in the background as well. It's really professionally produced, and I'm really grateful when musicians have a lyric video, just because otherwise you have to Google lyrics or have a separate text document. It's just the little things, right? Some of the best sounding drum tracks I've heard, actually. The drum production is phenomenal, the tone of them. And I'm just liking how much space the guitars, the bass, and the drums are allowing both vocalists in the mix at this point. They're playing lower to mid frequencies there that aren't really interfering with either of them, whether it's the growly parts or the clean bits. We've got an established verse riff, and then we've got the chorus with more of the sort of like growly, sort of harder stuff. That bass tone is just destroying those root notes, man. I think they're just rolling with that root note of the key. Oh, it's nice also to see the other band members there having a jam session, you know, like, I dig that, because I've seen Vader 2.0 in these videos, but to see the other, like the drummer and the guitarist stuff is dope. Those like 7 or 8 string riffs there are just so heavy, dude. So easy to screw those up, but not here, man. Yeah, those like high screams on the side are placed well. I'm not sure if it's the headphones. Maybe there would have been too much going on if they were put another 0.25 dB higher. Waiting to the end of your reality. Yeah, no, we really don't have a lot of patience for this person who's just super up themselves. We are like not wanting them to challenge us at all. Won't end well for them, you know? Weaned from your disease. Prepare for your suffer me, you will not You won't proliferate. Excellent. Great song. Easy to understand story. Great attitude to it. Again, yeah, 2 or 3 main guitarists with the bass line rolling on those root notes with the drop tuning, and then the drums there, they were very supportive. There weren't a whole lot of really massive, crazy drum fills or anything like that. It was all about that groove, you know, boom, 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 boom. It's stuff that I've heard from Vader 2.0 in the past, and I appreciate that stylistic consistency again. It remains. It's really important to be consistent with your level of production. If it's all over the place, it's difficult to really trust that the musicians that you're a fan of actually, you know, it's hard to stick with them. Yeah, Vader 2.0 Sons of Scorn. Excellent group there. I love the camaraderie and teamwork there. It's really fantastic to hear that they're still going. I think this track was released this year, I think in February, right? February 1st. Yeah, we've got Emily Cox says, this mix is heavy in all the right ways. Guitar, drums, voxel hidden, a warning and personification of rage vibe. I'm here for it. Yep. Straight up. Totally here for it. Lots of love for what they're trying to accomplish here. No real complaints about this. Again, like, I think those, I can't do it because my throat's kind of screwed. I've been doing a lot of these reviews recently. My throat's just kind of messed up at the moment. I also got my booster shot. Not wanting to say anything controversial, of course, in a music review, but being careful with that at the moment. But yeah, the growly, screamy stuff that they do. Just when I pointed out the ones on the side during the breakdown or like the interlude, a little bit higher with that, but aside from that, phenomenal as always. That was Sleeping Giant by Vader 2.0. Don't Wake the Giant. Personification of Rage. Cool. Redeemer by Vader 2.0. Fear no demon, immortal or mortal, we are not victims. Yeah. I think that they've established a style and a brand now. I think that, like, if I was to not know I was listening to them, I'd probably recognize the voice as well as the rest of the parts of the song. So that could be a fun thing to do later on, is to see if I can hear when it's them if I go like on a playlist or something. I really hope they can find further success and continue to grow. Oh, that bass riff. That is a bass riff. Or is a guitar with a bass? March here. There we go. Less space in this one. Those rhythm guitars are just, they're the Mariana Trench of heaviness, dude. Like, the combination with the bass and those drums, they're just cutthroat. That is some of the best metal production I've heard, dude. Shit, dude. Holy fuck. Excuse the expletives, dude, but like... I'm loving this higher energy stuff. I love it when Vader 2.0 they go up in the range of the guitar parts and have some sort of lead parts. I enjoy that when we explore that because they can do the really heavy down-tuned low frequency stuff. But when they explore that and allow room for the instruments to take flight, I think that's a strength of theirs as well. Those fills are incredibly articulate. That drummer, don't ever lose that drummer, man. Don't ever lose that drummer. Holy shit, dude. This sounds like it's been released from like a really prominent record label. These guys are at the level where if they're not signed, I really hope they are, because they deserve to be getting this stuff out there. I hope they're finding new fans every day, my dudes and dudettes. How many subscribers do these guys have at this point? Nah, I mean, 771 is good, but these guys are criminally underrated. Criminally underrated, dude. Just that vocal technique, how he holds it there without letting go, and he's expressing such phenomenal vocal technique. You can't be rated. Is this more through composed? Nice delay there. That's cool. So they're using a repeater in their vocal chain.
To rely upon that which you can't see. When I drive my spirit through your eyes, then you too will not see. But you'll have faith as you do, that there lives a God in me.
That there lives a God in me. So having faith in yourself and not allowing yourself to give your agency to another power that may or may not exist. I like that. It's putting judgment down. Judgment down upon him. No bullshit. Taking their eyes out so they can't see, finding a God in me. Dude, that song flew by. Dude, it's crazy how quickly these songs are like popcorn, man. You know, fear no demon, immortal or mortal, we are not victims. Amazing track. Awesome. Dude, this is sensational music. Sensational music. I'm glad that they've gotten attention for Redeemer, dude. They ought to, I'm so glad that these guys are getting attention. I think they were at like 400 subs the last time I listened to their music back in December. They've almost doubled that. I really hope they can continue to grow as musicians and find an audience for their stuff. Like, they ought to be huge. There's no reason why these guys couldn't be doing shows, festivals and stuff like that. I know, like, you know, it's a bit tricky right now with all the stuff happening in the world with the COVID stuff, and trying to do live shows can be tricky and touring and stuff, but they're at a level that they can get away with that, I think. They deserve the success. But effectively, this is the conclusion for Redeemer, and what do we have? Yeah, we had Sleeping Giant. Songs about people with huge egos that need to be taken down a step. Songs about reminding us that we're not victims. The majority of what Vader 2.0 do is all about letting people know that they are powerful, that they are not victims, that they don't have to... I suppose that they can have faith in themselves as long as they're not complete pieces of shit. And if they're complete pieces of shit who have done wrong and they lie, or they're dishonest, or they have a lack of loyalty or whatever, you know, Vader 2.0 is coming to town and you're not getting out of it alive. And there's an authenticity, and I trust it now. I've listened to enough of Vader 2.0 that I genuinely feel that these are values that they have, core values. And it's just really such a masterstroke from these musicians to know how and when to do this. And I think there's a real possibility that they could... This is something special, I think. I know I've said that a few times. Again, Vader 2.0 vocals are instantly recognizable. I do think that it was a shame that some parts it sounded like the growls are a little bit quieter than others. But that's okay, we have dynamic range in a mix. And sometimes there are other elements that overtake it, and you give presence to certain parts, I get it. You can still hear it. You know, it's not like it was invisible. What I liked about the vocals as well is that even if there was a growling or the screaming or whatever in the low and the high ranges, and the harmonies between them, you should still hear the words clearly. Yeah, that's not an easy thing to do. That requires fantastic vocal technique, and again, this is a musician who knows how to take care of their vocal cords, who knows how to manage that side of things in a way that's utterly professional and very respectful, and I adore it. The instrumental performances in regards to the guitars, bass, and drums were stunning. The drums, particularly, and some of those drum fills were phenomenal. Such dexterity and incredible technique. The guitars, when they went to the mid-high ranges, were beautiful. Loud, heavy as hell in the low range, and the bass. The bass was just the foundation and the rock for the track. I think also, just to finish before I go into the production, it was nice to just hear Vader 2.0 talking sometimes. That's some of my favorite bits, because he knows that he's done all the work, and then he just kind of concludes it. It's a nice touch. And the recording, mixing, and mastering was just flawless. You know, it's some of the best produced metal I've heard in a while. It doesn't sound sterilized or like exorbitantly polished. It's got a raw, gritty heaviness to it, but it's professionally slick, well, but you know, like the recording, mixing, mastering, and EQing, limiting, and compression, and panning, and all that kind of stuff. All the boxes are ticked. But I really think, just to conclude, that anybody who has wanted to make metal and wants to know where the litmus test is, the bar, this is where you need to be aiming at. You don't bother putting anything out that is below this level of quality, because you're just screwed if you don't. You've really got to work your ass off, especially in metal, where there are so many people trying to do it. I think Vader 2.0 are winning, and I wish them the best of luck in future. That is effectively my review, though, of Vader 2.0's various tracks. I hopefully you enjoyed them. If you did enjoy listening to Vader 2.0's music, please do go show them some love via their various social medias and their YouTube page, and stay cool and stay safe, and please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on. I'll catch you in the next review. Spider hands up.